Hi Melanie, and well done for coming second in the competition. I have my headphones on because I'm listening to some spiritual music, but I'm going to focus on your issue around money and love. I'm actually like in a cafe at the moment, you may pick up a bit of background noise, but you should be able to hear me okay. So I'm just going to meditate for a while and then just start off with 6 cards and then see what I get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, some interesting cards here. We've got, I'll show them to you in a minute, the Page of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Magician, 3 of Cups and Queen of Swords. So first of all, I'm getting the Page of Cups here, which is very much around love. In one sense, it can show some good news around love, okay? So there's a sense of something bubbling up around you. But it can also talk about the need, I get the expression fish out of water. There's a feeling of the need to go out of your comfort zone in some respect. I'm also being given something about opportunity around money and like a choice between the safety and comfort of a fishbowl or the excitement and opportunity of a vast ocean. So it's a sense of a choice there. So again, it's very much to do with going out of your comfort zone. And then, so that's the Page of Cups. So it's saying very much with doing that, then the 6 of Wands can show improvements around a work situation, around money. And there's a sense that comes about by going out of your comfort zone. It's very much about you seeing things from a higher perspective. Even changing direction. It can talk about a promotion as well. We're getting the Queen of Pentacles here as well, which again is about more money coming your way, okay, and also gives you a sense of you coming more secure, and it's very much like you gaining the world in your hands, where you attract what you want into your life, rather than when it's on your shoulders where you're pushing things away. And there's a sense of the need to hold on to things a lot more. I know people say you need to talk about things, but sometimes it's, some things you can hold on to, and then the next port of call maybe would be to put out your worries and your issues to the universe or to angels, and then after that maybe talk to people about things. But there's a sense you could hold on to a lot more, and then in fact by holding on to a lot more, the Queen of Swords shows you becoming a lot stronger. So that's the Queen of Pentacles, okay, and the Queen of Swords, that's very much about the strong approach, okay, and sometimes even within a relationship, sometimes, or when you're after someone, sometimes you need to cool it down a little bit and you need to be strong, okay. It's very much a card of kind of being focused and kind of determined and being strong, so holding on to things a lot more, which in turn will help you to process things a lot better. And then with the 3 of Cups here, it does show some kind of celebration, so it gives a sense of changing your, so I'll just turn this music down a bit. Can't hear myself speak. That's it. Okay, so it gives a sense of like a sort of celebration coming up. So it's a sense of all this hard work, all this, the way you kind of change your thinking and the way you kind of sort of react to things and the way you process things actually brings about sort of big changes into your life. And then lastly here we've got the Magician card, okay, which is a major card. So it talks about major issues, major changes in your life. The Magician card also shows that you have all the tools necessary to achieve what you want out of life, so all the attributes to obtain a relationship, a good relationship, and also work or more money coming your way. But also talks about some kind of action needed which will help to bring around more of what you want into your life. It is numbered 1 as well, so it can talk about like a sort of new phase in your life. And sort of new opportunities for you, and it's very much about being in touch with the universe and angels again, putting out your worries, putting out your intentions, okay. The universal angels will then offer you guidance, give you signs, and then things will start to kind of open up around you. Okay, I'll take some more cards for you, give them a good shuffle. Some of the same cards may come out, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'll just go through them again if they do, but I'm just going to just shuffle. Then I'll take 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, Ooh. 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's quite interesting cards here, quite challenging as well. I mean, the Three of Swords comes in first. Okay, and it can indicate like heartache, a broken heart, but very much in regards to like a sort of past relationship, if you like. There's a sense you've been very kind of hurt. But there's also a feeling that things are out in the open. You've reached a point where you're kind of sort of ready to love again. I mean, it can talk about a dark time or even depression that you went through. But the positive thing here is that things are kind of out in the open, and once they're out in the open, they're easy to deal with, okay? So there's a sense of you processing things and kind of sort of dealing with things. You know, it's not easy, as shown by the Seven of Wands, okay? It can still show, you know, you're still going to have challenges, you're still going to have frustrations. It's never going to be like sort of completely sort of bowl of cherries. I mean, you have good days and kind of sort of bad days. The actual Seven of Wands shows you kind of making progress, if you like. It may seem sometimes like you're going kind of backwards, but it's more a case of taking one step back so that you can leap 2 steps forward. But it does kind of sort of show you moving forward. It shows you overcoming obstacles as well, because the actual stick the person holds is actually larger than the ones in the ground, if you have a look. So it shows you getting on top of the situation and making sort of progress. And then we get the Six of Swords, okay, which in one sense can show you coming from a turbulent time. Things have been kind of sort of difficult, but it shows you kind of moving forward. The water's a lot calmer, so it's going from a turbulent time into something much calmer. There's also a sense of something being uncovered to you, which is going to help you to move forward. It can also talk about you taking some kind of trip or holiday in the coming weeks or months. The card also advises you to try and deal with things as you go along, rather than let them sort of build up, okay? So in fact, anything you need to do, try and do it as you go along. So any work, paperwork, tidying up, etc., do it as you go along, rather than leaving it and then there'll be sort of big mountain at the end. So it's not doing everything, but it's kind of just keeping on top of things. You know, with my work, I have to do my emails for the day, I have to do readings, sometimes I do phone readings, face-to-face readings, and you know, it's a sense of being organised. And you know, with me, I kind of chip away at things, okay? So I've hardly got a mountain at the end of the day. I still may have a little hill or something, but you know, I can do that the next day. So it never gets too much, but at the same time, try not to be I think what I'm trying to say is try not to be a perfectionist, because that never works really, because there's always going to be something else, if you like, okay? So as long as you can keep on top of things, you know, it shows that being very positive for you. I'm also getting, like with the Fool card here, again a major card. You can talk about major changes, major issues, but positive, because it's very much coming from a cold place and moving on to something new. It could be around a job, it could be around a relationship, it could be around work, it could be going to a new place. I'm also getting like a barking dog as well, which can indicate the need to I mean, you may be getting nagging thoughts and nagging words with those around, but there's a need to carry on just the same, okay? Don't ignore them, but kind of acknowledge them, just kind of sort of carry on. There's a sense of the need to leave the past behind. I get a man coming here as well with the King of Pentacles. I think it's someone older than you, okay? It shows someone quite mature. It shows someone who's sort of down to earth, someone who's materialistic. They could well work with money in some sense. They could be a businessman or something. I just feel that maybe they're around you now or sort of soon to come into your life. Then lastly we get, if you like, the Two of Pentacles, okay? And it's showing you needing to be sort of very flexible around work and money at this time, okay? Well, sorry, it's showing you, yeah, you need to be flexible, but also that you're juggling around many situations at the moment, especially practical, such as money and work, okay? So there's a sense of a lot of focus on that. But there's also a sense of you managing things as well, so you're managing to move forward. I do feel improvements around work, and I feel that, or money anyway, the more efficient you get, you know, it's like doing less work to get more money in a sense, okay? I mean, it could be that you're going to do some kind of business or something to bring in more money, but there's such a strong sense that the more efficient you become, the less work you need to do, and you can actually bring in more money by doing less work. But it may be quite difficult initially to kind of sort of start off, but it's like any habit. Once you've done it for a while, then things get a lot easier, like to deal with, and it becomes like sort of second nature. But I know initially, I mean, there's a book on habits and how long it takes to sort of change, but usually it's a few weeks. Once you start doing something, then things change and everything becomes, if you like, sort of set. Okay then, well I hope you enjoyed the reading and well done once again.